Okay. So I think at this stage, everybody is choosing their project. Like I say, you can use your IDP, you can not use your IDP, but a straightforward infra kind of project is not recommended. Like road work, drainage work, like just one infrastructure civil work is not recommended. We prefer to have a whole thing like structure and infra together. Structure and infra kind of project. Okay. To put it more, Amanda, to put it more in a more specific way, this project is going to be a lot more detailed, a lot more things than your assignment. Your assignment 12 major layer is considered as a simple assignment. Okay, so this one will require you to do structural work, civil work, road engineering, road work, drainage work, landscaping work. It's just like your IDP. So the level of complication is a lot more higher. Start with the practice of doing resources. In your assignment one, you don't do resources planning, I think. Yeah, you only list down the resources. Did you do resources planning? Yeah, you did, actually. I don't remember. Did you do resources planning? Yeah, but this one is going to be a lot more detailed. So the level of complication, it will not be just 12 layers. It will be actually more than 12 layers. Yeah. So you pick your project, you need to describe, and I can tell you, you need to do real project. I'm not going to allow, somebody who comes in and say, I use the internet kind of project. Okay. So no internet, no online kind of project. Okay. So it has to be a proper project. It can be a warehouse, some form of structure involved with other external work as well. Yeah. It can be a complex, a shopping complex, it can be housing development. It can be bridges, because bridges is complicated enough. Because bridges is almost like structure with road, and some water works involved as well. Yeah. So you need to come up with a management plan, and that management plan, you need to plan out your WBS to level 3 kind of detail. And then from there, you need to put in your resources planning. You have to have a proper resources plan. It's going to be a big section on resources and how you line up all your resources available, not only limited to time, not only limited to materials as well. I already just say you need to have at least 3 level, okay, of WBS. And then you will need to put up your supervision, subcontractor, everything. You line it up nicely, and then after that you need to choose you need to find out all the production rate for every resources that you put down. That's why I say it's a lot of work. That's why I say to get started, you only have like a month left. I posted this up last week. So last Tuesday, so 1 week has already passed. So yeah, at the moment, you're supposed to hand in on the 24th of January, which is a Monday, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, or a Sunday, something like that. So then what you need to do is you need to do all your resources planning nicely, and then put in all your productivity rate, do your calculation, find your duration, and then do your activity sequencing properly, nicely, and then line up, do your Gantt chart nicely. And from your Gantt chart, you can do your it's either from your Gantt chart, you do your resources leveling and loading and all that. And then if you do not do that, directly take the whole resources and apply it to your cost also can. If you do it, there will be extra to your assignment if you do your resources leveling to find the optimum resources needed, like optimum level of manpower and all that needed. So then you put it into your costing and you need to find all the rates for the material, labor, machineries, like how much it costs for per hour, per day, per whatever. You must have a schedule, the whole list of it, and then do your calculation on your costing, and after that produce a financial S curve. Okay, so that will be the whole project. That's why it's 4 to 5 person to do the job. Yeah. And yes, you only have about a month plus, about 5 weeks left to do this. Okay. So if those of you who are still very unclear, go to your ellipse and take a look at that recording. Is called project explanation. So you click on that. I also do some explanation over there. Yeah. And then go back to ellipse and download again that assignment brief. Because I've already updated it, okay, to time and cost, because I include S also. Yeah. Supposed to be time, cost, quality. So because I posted the wrong assignment, so I take out quality now. So you have to do a detailed time and cost. And this tool, if you practice it really well for this assignment, you will find that it's a lot easier later on to do for your IDP tool later. Okay? All right, if no questions, we'll get started on the class. Okay, let me share my slide. Okay, today what we're doing is we basically finish on the planning and the idea of the four most important elements in engineering, project management, and there's time, cost, quality, and safety. Okay, the safety recording was posted up yesterday, so go and take a look, go and take a read of it, listen to it, and go through that. Okay, you will need it for your IDP later as well, of how to do a construction safety program. And then quality recording was up last week, and you should be able to do the quality plan also for your IDP later on in IDP 2. And then time and cost, of course, you've gone through a lot of practice, especially for these particular assignments. I think for IDP2 later on, you'll also be quite safe as well. Okay. And we've gone through all that. We've gone through the management of time. We've gone through planning. We've gone through how to organize the resources. We've gone through how to put together your costing budget, and then we've also gone through different type of estimates. We've gone through how to put up a quality plan, how to have TQM in your organization, and how to do construction program. What is QA? What is QC? So there's a lot of knowledge. And in the first day, I talked to you for this particular subject. This particular subject is not easy as you imagine. Okay, it's not like what you think. Oh, it's just a lot of reading, a lot of memorizing kind of thing. Because this subject is the really only subject that you have for management before you actually go out to the industry later on. And a lot of things that you're learning here is very, very practical. It's it's very much of what you would definitely use. Like 90% of you who are going to be in the industry, even in the first year or second year, you will be starting to use a lot of the techniques and tools and knowledge here. And we only crash it. There's really a lot of things going on. A lot of concept, a lot of techniques, a lot of tools, a lot of ideas, a lot of things to understand, because we're going from topic to topic to topic to topic, from topic to topic. It's like we have to get you to understand a lot of things over a very, very short period of time, you see. So it is very mind-boggling in the way, and today we talk about construction management, and then we will also follow by, after construction management, actually, from construction management, we will also talk about procurement management. It's part of the same thing. It's there, together in that sense, So from construction management, we will be also involved in procurement management. And from procurement management, we'll be talking about also things like contract administration, legal, engineering law, some of the concept of contract. And then we will also move into talk about risk and economics, you see. So there's quite a fair bit of things to cover for the next 5 weeks, including these weeks, okay? So, so let's get started. We do have enough time. The timing is right, but just the knowledge of it is a lot of things, a lot of topics to cover in that sense, because we need to jump from one topic to one topic to one topic, and there's no such thing as to digest it properly in that sense. And then before you know it, the exam is coming up again, you see. So it is difficult. And there are people who fail this subject, and from the record of last year, last year, this one was done using face-to-face. Yes, I think it's face-to-face, yes. So it happens before the COVID. So still there are some failures, and knowing the group last year, they actually failed ethics as well. So these are the kind of topic that is similar. They actually fail. A lot of them fail ethics as well. So I'm not surprised if there's a lot of failures when it comes to this particular subject, especially when I see your performance in construction technology. It wasn't good at all. There was only 1% or 0% who got an A, if I'm not wrong. So everybody was actually very, very borderline, and all being saved by Dr. Lee's assignment. That's it. So I do get a feeling that this one is going to be tough, and because it's tough, and a lot of you will actually flunk it, and have to stay back for another semester to do this. You see? So I do not wish to see that. So I just need you all to be very, very, very alert and very, very, awake in that sense. Don't be, and try to get things going. Try to finish up your assignments, try to be more careful with all the things that I've given you, and all that, and don't leave it until the last minute to read and learn and all that, okay? Right, so construction management is really site management. It's talking about the hardcore site, okay? When we talk about time, cost, quality, safety planning, yes, a lot of these things happens on site, okay? But there's a lot of initial planning involved as well. There's a lot of conceptual, a lot of development involved in those topics. And then really the control bit is the part that happens when the site is actually busy with activities, you see. So construction management is very hardcore. You manage the thing on site. Yes, you do manage time, cost, quality, safety on site. When the project is ongoing, you do control time, cost, quality, safety. So those four things is already old story. Okay. So what else besides these four things are you managing on site? See? So construction is one of the high level of intensity when it talks about activity. Okay. So you see these are our project life cycle. So when we talk about the delivery phase of the project, this is construction management. It fixes most of you, I would say about 50% or even 60% of you will be involved in construction. How could an engineer not be involved in construction at all over the lifespan of your career? It's not possible, okay? So either you involved with it a bit earlier or all the way through, or you were involved with it later on. And as a project manager, your job is really pretty much involved in the project management of the construction aspects most of the time. Yeah. So it is one of the most major phase of a project, of an engineering project. Imagine if everything is on paper and there's no construction phase. When will the project ever be constructed? When will the project ever materialize? When will you ever have a house to stay? When will you ever have road to drive on? When will you ever have water to turn on to bath and all that? Okay. So you need construction, and construction environment constitute of the major economic growth in the country. If you talk about GDP of the country, construction will take up certain percentage of that GDP. Okay. And if you talk about GDP as a growth of the country, construction will actually play a major role. Construction is about improving the lifestyle of the people. It's involving modernization. It is involving globalization. It's involving life of a human being to be better and better each day. So construction never really stops. There is always something to build, there's always something to upgrade, there's always something to improve, there's always something to change identity, there's always renovation work, there's always refurbishing work, there's a lot of work ongoing for construction. If one day the construction industry is not working like during the COVID, and that's where you see we have economic downturn, okay, we call it a recession. That means nobody buy houses, nobody build anything, everybody is just dying, kind of thing. So it also contributes to the nation's workforce. So it employs a lot of people. It employs engineers, it involves like tens of thousands of engineers, architects, professional people like you and I who work in the industry. It involves general workers. It feeds a lot of mouths in that sense for the construction industry. The construction industry feed a lot of mouth for the nation. So basically, there are private projects, there are public projects. Private projects are always dealing with businesses like residential. You build houses, you sell them, and all that for a profit. Those are all private entities, private project. Public project are usually infrastructure project done by government for the people, and you collect taxes and then pay for the project, and then the people benefit from the project. So you and I, professional people, pay taxes every year. Okay, and then when we pay taxes, the money goes to the coffer of the country. And then it will be taken out in order to pay for infrastructure, better roads, better water pressure, better water quality, upgrading of river, improvement of soil, river banks, embankment, all these sort of things that benefit the country. Build airport, build hydraulic dams, build electrical power plants, and build substation. All these are part and parcel of improving people's life. Okay, so it's called public projects. So a lot of our project we don't own. Engineers like us, we are being paid. We are being paid to be in charge of a very big number of quantity of money, and capital. But it's not our money. we are being trusted to spend it properly, use it well, and and make something out of it. And we are in trust with it. One signature from us, the contractors get paid. The money get out, and it is a lot of responsibilities there. So we are being entrusted, but we don't own any one of our own project, unless you are a developer, so you own the project. So otherwise, you don't own the project. No engineers own their own project. You use other people to pay people, and then the project will be handed over to your client or the government agency like JBUP, EID, JKR, state planning authority. There's a lot of land and surveys. There's a lot of authority that will actually end up being operating and maintaining. Actually, they don't own it as well. It belongs to the nation, or the people the users who actually buy it and all that. But then the councils will actually do a lot of maintenance. The EID will do maintenance, operation and maintenance, etc., etc. So this is the idea of having a construction industry. There's a lot of astounding projects in this world. There's a lot of projects that engineers are very proud of, architects are very proud of. From cathedrals to tallest buildings in the world. To the Great Wall. To a lot of bridges and dams. A lot of the Three Gorges Dam, especially in China. The Pearl Tower in Shanghai, Beijing Olympic stadiums, the bird's nest, and refurbishing even the forbidden cities, and Dubai, you have a lot of this interesting structure like the Palm Island, in English also you have got a lot of interesting structures, Stonehenge is interesting, how it's built even, like engineeringly at that time, Pyramid of Egypt, engineers has been in construction for I don't know how long. Since the world has human beings, I think we already start to have construction, irrigation. It started off with irrigations and all that. It started off with having needing a roof over your head, and all that. When human starts to be less nomadic, we start to have a lot of these things. So it is one of the oldest profession in the world. Okay, so construction, so it's like I said, this is some of the general ideas. Just read up on construction industry. Like now during the school holidays, I actually gave my daughter assignments, like small assignments. I get her to read up a topic, and I think today I may just get her to read out on what is construction industry, and she has to write me an essay on what is construction industry. So, we have like what is economics, and what is traditional economy. So she has to write about barter trade and all that for me, just a one short page, to read up and research on internet on what is going on. And then we've also read up on extinct animals. We've also read up on something on what was the thing that she was reading up on the other day? It was something to do with heritage or something like that. Yeah. So you see, you all as a university student, you have to read up. You have to read up on what is the current development of the construction industry. What is the current latest materials? What are the people researching on? What are the biggest issue? What is about, how is COVID actually affecting construction industry? It is actually, you have to be at the forefront, you have to know what is going on. How does COVID actually affect project delivery? How does COVID actually affect extension of time? How does COVID actually affect difficulties in delivering projects at this point in time, because everybody has to be masked up, does it affect safety? Does it affect safety of the workers' health and all that? So it is a new issue. So please read up, you really should get into the habit of reading up, like taking up your phone every day, and read up on something interesting, a topic of interest of something. It will actually help you to understand your industry better. If you don't have that kind of habit, all you want is to play games or, watch drama, I do that, or yeah, it's good to have a hobby, you know, but then it's also important to read up on topics of your own, topics of your professional interest as well. Okay, so see where the bigger market are, and where are the latest development and all that. So these are all very general stuff. So I think as engineer, we know that we are construction. Many of us will be construction manager. You'll be resident engineers. You'll be the manager for the contractor, the person in charge. We don't call them site supervisor. They are construction manager. You put up your name in the organization chart and present it to the client um, as the manager of the job. Okay. Um, they will put down your name, you know, as the manager of the job, you know, and then you have to be in charge. Everybody will look for you on site. So whether you belong to the contractor or to the client or their design engineers, your job is to actually work out. Your job is to actually look after the construction site and all the activities on the construction site. Okay. So besides doing the best way of constructing, best way of putting things together, the hardcore of materials, machinery, digging, you know, screwing, welding, everything. Those are part and parcels of construction engineering. It's about work procedures. You'll be talking about financial control, people control, machinery control, material control, and all that. So time, cost, quality is part of it, you know. Controlling people on site is also part of it. Yeah, and then you also need to work on the legal aspects, the construction contract administration aspects of things as well. Okay, so these are part and parcel of work of a construction manager. Okay, so we all know that construction management happens at the delivery part of the project. Okay, it happens at the you know, the project project life cycle. It happens at the delivery part of the project. So before you go into construction, you need to do procurement. Okay. So what exactly is procurement? Procurement actually is, the word is very simple. It's about purchasing. It's about buying. It's about obtaining. It's about a trade between the person building and the person buying. So if I am going to procure a project, means that I'm the owner of the land. I want to procure a project, meaning that I want to build something. So I will actually have a contract with the designer. I will also have a contract with the builder, and then they will ask me for a certain amount of fees to design and to build. And then after that, we sign the proper contract with one another. We are into the procurement phase of the project. Okay, and so we're actually in the procurement phase of the project. So procurement is really about purchasing. It's about buying. So if you search for English dictionary, it is talking about purchasing. It's talking about buying. It's about owning. So you can procure materials. You can procure machineries. You can also procure, you pay laborer, you're also procuring their services. Okay, you don't procure the labor themselves, but you're procuring their services. So procurement itself is about understanding who's the boss. Okay, to be very streamlined. Actually, the topic of procurement is very, very big. Okay, unless you do a master's, we don't talk so much about that. But basically, it's about, we are focusing on that major backbone. It's about who is the owner. You need to know who is the owner of the project. And how is the relationship between the owner with the builder, with the designer. The three party in any engineering project is the professional people, which is the engineers, QS, architect, surveyors as well. Then you have the builder, who are professionals as well. They're called contractors or builders. And then the client, which is you as a direct owner, or the paymaster, who is the one that is paying. Okay. Owner can be the paymaster, or owner can be somebody else, but the paymasters can be somebody else. Okay? So, for example, University Sarawak is actually owned by the universities, basically, I would say. But then the paymasters is the Ministry of Education, which is the government of Malaysia. Okay, so they pay for the job, they pay for to build the university. So at the very core of procurement is about this group of people: the owner, the engineers, the professional people, the main builder. Okay, these three group of people, and how are they being put together to form a relationship. So the owner wants to procure a project, but how is he going to do that? So the contractor can either work with him directly, have a contract with him directly, and the contractor or the builder don't do design. The design is done by somebody else, a design professional. So this sort of relationship is what we call a traditional general contracting. Okay, TGC, traditional general contracting. There is relationship such as design and build. So when you do design and build, it means that me as an owner, I will engage a builder who will also design for me. Then the professional people will be under the contractor or under the builder. Okay, so turnkey contract is also another type of procurement method. Okay, so what type of procurement method? Procurement method is like if your procurement method is turnkey, it means that I'm the owner. I have a piece of land. I do not want to think about anything. So from getting approvals to submission to design to submitting for final approval by the different authority owning the project. Basically, at the end of the day, I don't really know what is going on. I mean, I know what's going on, but I don't really work on it. I pass it to the contractor to finish up the whole thing. This and all my job is I turn the key later and I own the project. These are what we call turnkey mode of procurement. Okay. The confusion is usually in books. Sometimes they call it turnkey contract, they call it design and build contract, they call it traditional general contracting or traditional contract. The word is contract. But actually, these are what we call mode of procurement. Procurement mode or procurement method. Highlight the word procurement method, okay? Because different type of procurement method depends on the characteristic of the project. If the project design is very simple, it's very clear, so all I need is I design it as a owner, I get the engineer to design it for me, then I directly get a contractor to build it for me. So I actually save costs in that sense because I can control the budget for the design, I also can control the budget for the building, you see. So it's actually one of the best, oldest way of delivering a project to the traditional general mode of contracting. Okay, and that is one way. The other, like design and build, of course, is the design and build mode. Of course, is if let's say the owner don't have the capacity to control, they don't have enough of manpower to have the design ability, to understand the technical ability, then they may want to go for design and build because the contractor will design everything for them and then to propose a design. So you just imagine if you go to the smaller scale of a house renovation, your house contractor can come and tell you that I get my designer to draw this plan for you. So then we will build accordingly. And instead of the designer, some separate designer come with a plan and then give it to the contractor. A lot of time is that the contractor will feel like maybe a lot of things are not practical and they cannot build it. So in terms of buildability and constructability, design and build is actually better. Okay, and there's other mode of procurement like build, own, operate, transfer. We call it the concessional kind of mode. So this one is maybe the owner don't have any expertise, or they don't have money. A lot of time the owner don't have money, so they will use build, own, operate, transfer. So build means that the contractor will build, they will own it, they will operate on it, they will collect toll, they will collect fees from the operation of it for 30 years and then pass it back to the client, which is generally the authority, the owner of the project, like something, land and transport or whatever. And then they after 30 years, they collect enough of money, then they will pass the ownership back. So there's a lot of type of concessional contract. There's also a lot of like a public and private finance, public private financing initiative, a bit like build, own, operate, transfer. There's also joint venture between government and private. Those are also another mode of delivery of project as well. So it's about how to put the people together. Procurement is really the relationship here. It's about how contractually these people are being tied together in order to deliver the project. Okay, are we clear about this? Because I think the notes of this is probably, let me see, it's down here somewhere. No, it's not actually. It's probably another separate notes that I have floating around somewhere else. Okay. Okay. So, but I'll post it up. I'll post it up. Okay. So I want to go into procurement first because that is a better understanding of construction management. We don't do construction management without understanding procurement. Okay, so it is the prelude to construction management. Okay, um, so after you determine, sorry, I'm just talking like I feel like I'm talking to myself. Is there any response from anybody here that I have to take a look at? Anybody in the chat that put up anything? Okay, never mind. All right, I don't know how to put. Oh, it's up here. Sorry. Oh boy. All right. No, there's no questions so far. Okay. Right. Right. Is everybody catching on like what I'm talking about? Yeah. Is everybody catching up about what is procurement? Yeah. Right. So, okay, good. Here we go. Right. So after we talk about, like let's say procurement mode, okay, you need to talk about different type of contract, okay. There is lump sum contract. There is also general BQ contract. There is also cost plus contract. So there's with different type of procurement mode, there is different type of contract that is available. So in order to sign, it's just like you're going to buy something. Are you going to buy with cash, credit card, or online transfer, or boost, or self pay? So different type of contract, it means like how you're going to pay the contractor later. So there is lump sum contract, there is design and build, sorry, not design, but there's lump sum contract, cost plus contract, and also BQ contract. So BQ contract is measurement contract. As you go along, you measure. So we talk about that when we are nearer to the talking about construction contract later on, okay? So this one is another chapter, but just to give you an idea. So the topic of procurement, it starts off with the procurement of the procurement mode, and then determining the procurement mode. You need to know the advantages, disadvantages of different type of procurement model. And then after that, you have different type of contract model. And then we will also have different type of tendering model. There will be, tendering is like asking the contractor for a quotation. how are they going to come up with their offer? So you tell people that I have a contract, tendering, procure, bidding. These are the method of offer. How your contractor will offer you the price. Okay, so it's either you do an open tender where anybody can come and offer you a price, or you can do a selective tendering, means that you select a few people to actually come and offer you the price. Okay, or you can do a pre-qualification, meaning that you will get certain people to submit their profile, and then after that you choose from there, and then from the 5 or 6 that you select, they will give you a separate quotation in that sense. So tendering, quotations and all that, it is an offer from the contractor to the owner of the project about how they want to do and how they want to finish the project for you over a certain period of time, and over what sort of budget, also what sort of cost that they are proposing. So it's an offer. Tendering is about offering. So it's only after the offering is completed, then the client will choose which person is the best. Okay, then you will move in. You see, so here under procurement, you need to know the different type of procurement method. You see here, there's a lot of different type of procurement method, and then there's different type of contract type. Okay, contract type, and then you will also have different type of tendering method. So these tendering procedures is something that we want to talk about. We'll finish up with tendering procedures today, and then on Thursday we'll come back and talk about construction, like after tender. Okay, so after tendering, the contract will be awarded to the contractor, and that is where construction will start, and that is where construction management will come in. And construction management also involves contract administration, which means to manage the contract that you have signed after tendering procedures. Okay, so what happens is, in tendering procedures, engineers like yourself need to prepare a lot of things. You need to prepare the documents, you need to prepare the drawing, specification, technical scope. You need to study the project. These are all the initial part of the project, whereby you're doing conceptualization, definition, and all that. Whatever you're doing in IDP 1 at the moment is pretty much what you are compiling, the documents that you can put together as a tender later on. Okay, so who is involved? Usually the engineers will be involved, the architect will be involved if it's involving bridges and also structure. So architect will be the lead consultant when it comes to structural project, structure, like stadium, like surau, like houses, like complex, stadium, all these things. Architect will usually be the lead consultant. Then engineers come in as a supporting to build the structure. Then you will also have QSs. If big project, you also have QSs to come and do the calculation of the quantity of materials and all that, and costing and all that. So QS will come in to help with that. And a lot of work on the tender are actually prepared by the QSs as well. But because not all jobs have QSs, therefore engineers also need to learn to prepare all these documents. Okay, so together you work with each other together to prepare those documents. So engineers, you together will prepare all the documents, and then inside there the documents will also include where the contractor will put their prices. It will put down all the documentation that is available, the contract that are available. Can you guys hear me? Have I been talking without voices? Cannot be, but because my earphone doesn't seem to be plugged in properly. You guys still can hear me, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, good. I thought we'd be so quiet. Yeah. Right. So after we have finished the in the preparation of tender documents, okay, not only we're preparing the technical scope, we're preparing the drawings, the specification, we're also preparing a lot of places where the contractor will fill up their prices. We call that BQs as well. And we put in BQs as well. We put in our schedules of rates as well, meaning that the contractor need to put down what are the rates that they are putting in for their calculation. And then we also put in a schedule of pricing, meaning that there will be a summary of tender or word number. If you have level 12 level, you've got 12 items there. Then the contractor will put down item number 1, I'm going to put down 100K. Item number 2, structure, including everything that is based on the BQ tender, BQ and drawings and specification, I will put down 5 million, for example. Then they add it up, okay? And then these are the figure. They will put down as a figure and you sign on it. And these are the offer that is going to be put in the tender document. And that tender document, normally tender is a secretive thing, okay? It is not something that is up in the open. Everybody can see what. So what happened is there will be a specific time and a specific location that you need to put in your offer to the client. It will be a box in the client's office that is locked up, and on before 12 p.m. or 5 p.m. or 3 p.m. on a specific day, you must submit your offer, all sealed up properly. So before, what happened is during the tendering stage, the owner will usually announce. They will announce that there is a project. I have a project. If it's an open tender, they will write down there, anybody who has license to build, and the license must be ABCD lah, like according to UPK. UPK is a state license. PKK is the federal license. So if you have those government license with CIDP license as a contractor, you are a licensed contractor. With this license, you can come and get documents from me, and I will give you documents. I will get to pay because I need to print all my documents, maybe 300 ringgit or 500 ringgit. You need to get the drawings, the specification. That is all being prepared by your professional team of people, okay? And then the contractor will pay, deposit, and then or buy the tender document. Usually there's a deposit and also to purchase together. So deposit is maybe the drawings. If you like the tender, you will return the document you will return the drawings and all that to the owner later on, and they will reimburse you for the deposit. But then the book that you fill up and all that, the tender book that you fill up, that one is purchase one now. So that one is maybe 200-300 ringgit. So then after that, you go back, your own team of people will sit down, they will do calculation, they will do measurement, they will check the drawings, everything, you will go through it very carefully, and then you will price it, and then you fill up the tender document, and on the specific days, you need to submit those offer, and it will be a secret thing that you need to submit. And usually it will be over a certain period, 2 weeks, and then after that, they will give you a cut-off date. And normally don't try to do it like last minute, okay? So on the day itself, go early, go to the office early, submit the documents. Don't leave it until like people say 12 p.m. Then you arrive at 11:30, like what you guys love to do, okay? I mean, I've faced with circumstances whereby the lift is broken and the office is on 16th floor. So you got to walk up all the way to 16th floor, unless you're a very good runner. If for me, walking up 16th floor, I think it would take me more than 1 hour, okay, or half an hour. By the time I reach there, I'll probably already fainted. So no time to actually submit tender anymore. Okay, so if you don't want to have a heart attack, you don't want to have a lift broken down, or you don't want to have an accident on the road, or you don't want to have a car broken down in the middle of the road, or your Grab driver is late or whatever, you better go like 2-3 hours ahead. Okay, that is experience talking, okay? What will go wrong on tender day. It will go wrong, so go early, okay? So once you submitted, the tender board will have a group of people. They will open the box, open all the offer, okay? That is tendering. That is normal tendering. So they will open the offer, and then they will look into what is being offered, the materials, the brand of the materials, the pricing, and all that. And then they will decide on which is the best person that they want to give the job to. Okay. So normally tendering also you will have certain, like the processes here, I've already listed down all the processes of tendering in these notes here. And then you will also have reviewing of that, the reviewing of the offer. And then from there, a letter of award will be issued. Okay, so first, sometimes they will offer you they will give you a letter of intent. Okay, so intention means they will intend to offer you with this. But normally, if they're properly wanting to offer you with a job, they will give you a letter of award. But maybe because the award can come a lot later, so they will try to tell the contractor, don't go and get other job first. So they will give them a letter of intent. So letter of intent is that I intend to give you the job. Does not mean that the client will, at the end of the day, if they don't fulfill that letter of intent and they don't give you the job at the end of the day, you cannot sue them at all. But if they give you a letter of award, it's a quasi contract, and you can actually sue them if they actually do not give you the job at the end of the day. So there is a bit of difference between letter of intent and letter of award. And sometimes letter of intent can be given out to 2 or 3 persons because they want to negotiate with you. Okay, so besides proper tendering procedures like what I've mentioned here, these tendering procedures can apply for open tender, can be applied for selective tendering, can be applied for pre-qualification tender. The procedures is exactly the same. It's just that in open tender means that the owner do not choose the tenderer first. It's open to everybody. It's being put up in 3 newspapers. It's being put online in the company website. Anybody with that license can come and pick up the documents and offer them the job. Okay, selective tendering usually is you have people that you work with before, you are comfortable with their ability, so you pick about 5 or 6 out of the group that you know, you invite them to come and tender. So not any Tom, Dick, and Harry, Abu, Aban, Akau can come, okay? So this one is selective tendering. But after selective tendering, after you select the people and give them that letter to tell them that please come, and if you're interested, please come and join us for these tendering procedures, then these people, the procedures is the same after that, okay? If we talk about pre-qualification, it's about combination of the both that I talk about. So you open up to anybody who is a AAA license or A license, and then they submit their bank's statement, they submit their company profile, they submit their workers profile, and then you go through all this profile and experiences of your pre-Q contractor, and then they are pre-qualifying themselves first. And then if you feel like only 3 are qualified, you can move into the tendering procedures, or you can directly nego with them as well. So negotiation is also a proposal negotiation format, is also one way of offering the job. So you can pre-queue 3 tenderers and get them to propose. They get them to do a proposal, a management proposal, a technical proposal, like what you're doing for IDP, a prelim design, for example, and they come and present to you and your board of directors. And then you interview them, you talk to them, you talk to their management, and then you decide which of the proposal plus the team you like best. So negotiation is also is a method to actually offer jobs and to actually procure contract as well. Okay, so not only tendering is more proper, is more procedural, and a lot of organizations, especially if their projects are huge, they will go by proposal and negotiation format. Okay, so those are quite common as well. Okay, but those are all ways of offering. So after the job is being offered, you pick select, there's criteria, you select the right, you feel like which is the right contractor, you will issue them with a letter of intent or directly issue them with a letter of award, okay? So award is a quasi-contract, it's an indication that the contractor win the job already. So then after that, there will be a date that you need to go and sign the contract, and that is whereby site possession will start. Letter of award, usually possession of site have not started. Letter of award is an indication that you got the job. You can start preparing for your materials, and you should start preparing for materials and all that. And there will be a signing of contract. And usually signing a contract and site possession is on the same day. But there are circumstances whereby signing a contract and site possession is different days as well. Means that after you sign the contract, the contractor has 14 days to start work, and you can write in and say that I'll be starting work next week on the 31st of or 1st of January or 2nd of January. I may sign the contract today, and I will write in next week and say that I will start the job on the 2nd of January, which means the site will be possessed on the 2nd of January. Okay, and that is whereby construction management will start, contract administration will start. Okay, so we will move on, talk about construction management, and then another topic we will talk about contract administration. Okay, so this one will be the following subsequent few weeks. Okay, I will leave engineering economics to much later because these are all related to one another. Construction contract management with contract administration, with engineering law, these things are together. So we will finish the next few weeks, especially up to week 12 on things like this, okay? And then week 13, I'll probably talk to you on risk management, followed by engineering economics, okay? And we'll finish up with engineering economics. Right, okay, that's about it for this class. I will shut the sharing. Any questions so far? Need to digest, yes. Yep, go through my notes and read up on procurement. Read up on different procurement method and their advantages and disadvantages, and what are the project characteristics that is best for certain particular procurement method. I think it's something that you really should read up and look into, especially today. Different tendering method, different tendering mode, quotation, and also negotiation. These are few items that you need to, keywords that you need to remember from today's class, okay? Today's lecture not yet on inlay. Yes, I will post it up after this, okay? All right, let me get your QR code, okay? this coming Thursday, we will still have a face-to-face online. And then it's Christmas Eve, I understand. But I think it's much faster if we just do a online class lah, huh? And then after that you can go off for your Christmas lunch or your Christmas Eve lunch or Christmas Eve celebration. Huh? I'll try to finish early lah, huh? On you guys get on with it early, and then um yeah, you guys get on with it early. Do you have any IDP class on Thursday?
Yes, we have, doctor.
Okay, then we start our class on time, not around 10 o'clock. And then, yeah, we'll try to finish early so that everybody can go off for Christmas Eve. Okay. QR code. Our scheduling for this particular subject is pretty much on time. Everything is nicely balanced at the moment. We don't need to have nothing to worry about as in late or whatever. Like, even if it's late, I can always give you pre-recorded lectures as well. Yeah. So far it's okay. Yeah. Now you just have to really worry about your assignment. Get on with your assignment. Okay. I mean, don't wait until after New Year to get started. Okay. I know it's very tempting because it's very holiday seasons now. Actually, I'm actually on leave until 4th of January. So, uh, but I'll be still doing your classes. I won't be missing your classes, so not to worry. And if if I need to, I mean, like if I need to take a break, I'll just do pre-recorded. But if not, then that's fine. We'll still see you face to face. But normally, I like to do it very theoretical. If it's very like things that you need, a fair bit of understanding, I would prefer to do it like if it's very theoretical, I prefer to do it pre-recorded lah. But if things that I need to show you, like calculation guy, all these sort of things, I prefer to do it online face to face. Group two, as usual, those of you who cannot key in, don't type anything now. Later on, I'll go through one group by one group. You just tell me who you are, and I'll key in your manual thing later. Okay, so don't go away. Let the people who can do your QR now just do your QR first. Okay, group two QR. Okay. Okay, let's do the third class. Or you have two attendance record sheet in the ellipse to fill up. So those of you take note, one is supposed to be due, I don't know when. The other one is supposed to be due on Thursday. So can you please go and fill up? The one that on safety, the one that is on safety, the answer is actually for moral reason, for economics reason, and for legal reason. This is the answer. Only 3 words only. Moral, economics, and also legal. That's the attendance record for 17th of December. The answer is 3 words only. Moral reason, economics reason, and also legal reason. It's part of the notes as well, in case you don't read your notes. Okay, done. Okay. Let's do the NRR also. No need to elaborate. I'm asking the only the 3 things. It's just to show your attendance that you have actually read the thing only. That's all. That means that you have listened to the recording. Okay. And NRR. Okay, group 1, the people, anybody who hasn't done QR code?
Me, doctor.
No, QR. If you can do QR code, you do it now. If not, then later on, I will go through the whole thing again. Okay, QR. Anybody can snap your QR now? Group 2? Group 3? NRR? Okay, so I assume these people all cannot. Okay, now I'm going to go to your civil one. Okay. Anybody who civil one needs to set the manual? No? Okay, move on. Group 2, who needs to have manual attendance? No, everybody is here. No absent there? Oh, okay, good. Group 3, anybody needs to have manual? No? No? No need to have manual? Don't know where their niche is. Okay, and then NRR, anybody needs to have manual? If not, then I don't open the huh? Okay, right. All done, huh? Okay, Duke. I'll share my screen. All right, I'll be posting up the assignment on not assignment. I'll post up the notes later on for this the whole week notes for this particular session and on Thursday. So you can download it, and then the safety punya recording is also there already. So this particular recording, I will also post it up, but it will usually be a bit later, like maybe 1 or 2 days later, because they will Webex will generate and it will take a while to generate. Yeah. Okay. Right. No, Kristalina, no, you don't have to write down the 3 aspects. You don't have to elaborate. The answer is just only 3 words. Okay. Or you can write moral reasons. You can write the word reasons also can economics. Okay. So any other question? If not, then we say bye-bye. Okay. All right. So you all can leave. Any other question? I'll be here for a little while. Yeah. Go ahead and leave the room if you want. See you on Thursday.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you for saying something. Otherwise, I will feel like I'm talking to myself.
Doctor,
Yes.
I have a question regarding the schedule read by.
Oh yeah, Astrid. Yes. You emailed me right the other day. Yeah, I haven't responded.
Uh,
What was the question again?
it's about the schedule read of the JK. In front of the read by the JK, they got the percentage by each area. Is that mean that we need to multiply the percentage by the read in the report, and then we add it to the actual read?
Sorry, I don't really get you. You mean that the JKR punya
Because,
schedule rate, there will usually, that one is the cost, you know? So the
yes,
cost,
yeah.
meaning that they will say that, okay, the brick is how much per piece or something like that, right? The work is how much
Yeah.
per, per, per meters cube or something like that, right? Yeah,
Yes.
so what happened? They have a percentage in front.
They provide a list of percentage based on each area in Sarawak. Like Kuching City, they 0%, and other places get different percentage.
Or that means they are trying to tell you that in Kuching City means that this rate is based in Kuching City lah. No difference. So if let's say if this is Kapit, then there may be an increase in rate. Like maybe you need to put in 1.3 or something like that. A factor lah. A factor based on area.
Okay. All right. Get it. Thank you, Doctor.
Okay. Is that what you asked in the email the other day?
Actually, my is about my layout, but I think okay lah.
Oh, okay. I will take a look. I'll take a look. I'll reply.
Okay, all
Because
right.
sometimes too many emails and I'm on leave already,
Ah,
so I actually missed it. Yeah. Okay. So it's okay. I'll
okay.
but I did remember seeing your email. Yeah.
Ah, okay, doctor.
No worries. I will reply you.
All right. Thank you, doctor.
Thank you. Hey, Asrina, you already emailed me your assignment, right? Is that you who missed it the other day?
Yes, I'm that
Oh,
one.
okay.
Okay, doctor. Doctor, I have one more.
Yes, go ahead.
Uh, what if I get my rate from the CIDB? Do I need to multiply it by the percentage too?
Not really. I mean, like, because you get it from different organization, when they post a rate like that, you can actually use it as it is. I mean, like, CIDP probably already did their own factoring. So, um, don't cross, because like, don't take JKR punya percentage and try to apply to CIDP. Better not, yeah.
So if I
But
get my
having to say that you can overall, like let's say, all the rate that is available, you can always mark it up or mark it down because um, as well as your explanation makes sense. For example, if you take the rate and then you say you want to mark up everything by 1.1% because the site is actually far away, then there's less possibility for transportation and or the site itself, the ground condition is not very good. It's very difficult for machineries to work. So if you want to up a little bit, it's your logic, okay? So the rate you don't have to follow exactly. It's a guideline.
okay. All right. So it's all back to me, right?
It's all back to your explanation.
Oh, understood. Thank you, doctor.
Okay, if there's no more question, we will close the meeting, okay? I'll stop the recording.